Pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice. Then it's hit to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. On dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear, quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving and rain and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today it's Monday. Hopefully, everybody's having a fantastic day today. I know I'm enjoying my day thus far. Had a good day. Had a good weekend. So that being said, man, we had an interesting. We only really had a couple good games this weekend. Really one. The Colorado State game. And by the way, if you have any questions, or if you have anything you want to say to us, you can. You can hit us up on Skype if you have any comments you want to say, or if there's any questions you might have. You can Skype us at 405-551-8300. You can send messages on here on Facebook as well, or on YouTube. You can do that, but if you got a question, you can text me at 405-551-8300. It will show up on my Skype, and I can answer it right away. You can just text that number, and it should pop right up to me on Skype, and I can answer any questions that you might have. Or if you have a comment about one of the topics that we are discussing, you can do that as well. So, and then, of course, here are the different ways to watch us, the MC Sports Network. You can contact us at www.mcsportsnetwork.com, which you can on YouTube, and you can search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Excuse me, or the Unpopular Hour Matt Clark. It'll pop up, and so subscribe, like, hit the notification button, and you can contact us. And of course, after the storm is our Thunder show that we will be having. So, but like I said, you can go to the website. If you don't know how to go to YouTube, you can go to the website and watch any of the shows that we've had, or if you can go and remember. Like, I've had a lot of people, said, "Well, man, your live stream." I said, "Dude, it's just like listening to the radio. If you're locked in, however you listen to your radio, if you're listening to it on your phone, all you gotta do is pull up the Facebook and go ahead and just pull up my page if you're a deal and just listen to it. You don't have to watch it. You can hear it just like you do whatever radio show. Or if it's in your car, it's the same way. You don't have to watch it. You can just listen to it just like you would a regular radio show." So I've had the people ask me about that. Or if you don't have YouTube, and if you do, remember, subscribe, like, hit notification button. And if you don't, hey, you can go to the website at any time at www.mcsportsnetwork.com. You can do it that way or whatever. So it's kind of up to you on how you want to do it, but you can listen to us, and we are live every day. We will be going to a podcast as well, but I'm kind of waiting for after the storm for the Thunder to start to delve into the to the podcast market more than I am with the Unpopular Hour, but we're probably going to do both. So I'm, like I said, I'm exploring on exactly how I want to do that. But anyway, Saturday night, Colorado State and Colorado. We had talked about this. Remember, on Friday, I had my sunglasses on my hat because Jay Norvell he was a former OU coordinator. I think 2008 to 10, I think, is when he was the offensive coordinator there at OU. But anyway, he made a comment about, my mama taught me how to take my hat off and my sunglasses off when I talk to adults inside. I was like, first of all, you're Colorado State, you're irrelevant. You're going to be irrelevant. After we do this, you're not. The only way you're going to be mentioned is the fact that Henry Blackburn took a cheap shot on Travis Hunter after a defensive coordinator, anonymous one, said that, yeah, we would take Travis Hunter out. Okay, that's targeting. And like I said, the reason why they didn't give him targeting and kick him out is because he didn't use his helmet, he used his shoulder. The play was over. That was clear targeting. I don't know how the hell you do it. It was a cheap shot. And this guy who is nothing, who's not going to do nothing or be nothing from Boulder, Travis Hunter is now out for 3 weeks. So he's going to miss the Oregon game, and going to miss the USC game, where we were going to get to see one of the best players in college football matched up against other best players from college football. But instead, Colorado State and Jay Norvell, I saw a deal on Facebook. A guy goes, well, I'm still a fan of, Jay Norvell because he went to OU. Really? So, to me, Jay Norvell, you either coached it or you condoned the fact that y'all took cheap shots at Colorado. You're less talented. You weren't going to win. You did a great job of motivating your kids, 100%. Y'all outplayed them 100%. But then you're going to come online and bitch about the penalties that y'all got, the most penalties. And anybody with any sense. Now, there are a lot of you all who don't have no damn sense out there, no question. Y'all a bunch. There's some idiots out there without any doubt. There is not one penalty that you had that was not a penalty. Nobody's going to dispute any penalties you had. None. But what you did is, and I was talking to some people doing, we were texting back and forth, myself, Drew Henthorne, Nathan Taylor, and Ben Dillman. And there's no question that you outplayed them. Okay? There's no question that you outplayed them. But what you did is, and I was telling Drew and them, I was like, what he did was he made it personal with the Colorado players. He got in their heads. He made it dirty. He made it to the point where they weren't playing football because that was the only way they were going to beat them. Let's get into their heads. Let's be physical. Let's be dirty. Let's take cheap shots. Let's make them retaliate. That's what I call hood ball. Okay? That's hood ball. And when I coached teams, I had an all-white team. And we'd play against black kids, and we'd get beat up early. And then after I was slowly teaching them, telling them what they were doing, then they could do whatever they want to us. If they're not getting us, it's like, look, dude, we're better than y'all. We're going to kick y'all's ass. And that's what we did. We were physical just like they were. We didn't take cheap shots. We knew what they were going to do. And once you know what's happening and you don't let it affect you, that's different. And you can go see Coach Prime said what at halftime. Deion, hey, I'm going to go address all of that at halftime. Because he basically told me, look, they're not as talented as you are. They are in your heads. They are making you play dirty. They're making you do cheap shots on them back because of what they're doing to you. That's the only way they can beat you. And like I said to Drew in the text, I was like, at the end of the day, players make players. Wannabe players don't. What wannabe players is they try to take you out. How many times I've been playing somebody try to take me out? Why? Because you can't stop me, so you're going to hurt me? Yeah, that's how you look at Grayson Allen, what he did with Alex Caruso. I saw a thing where, and I had said this, and Drew and Henthorne and I are both Laker fans, so we were talking about this. We were talking about this after Grayson Allen hurt Alex Caruso. To me, when you intentionally hurt somebody, however long they're out, you should miss. However many, if that's like Alex Caruso was out 6 weeks. To me, Grayson Allen should have been out 6 weeks. If you're going to take a cheap shot and you're going to hurt someone, why the hell should you still get to play? You're a cheap shot. And what he did to Travis Hunter, a dude who is, I'm not even going to mention his name again because I already did it once. That was a cheap shot. So now the rest of the world, who y'all are now irrelevant again, nobody's going to bring you guys up after this week because you're done, except to say that you hurt Travis Hunter. And you clearly took a cheap shot. You clearly the ball was, whistle had blown, ball's on the ground. He's just, jogging, just slowing down. And you dropped your shoulder right into a lacerated lung. And he's out for a lacerated liver. He's out for 3 weeks, at least. And we don't know what the lasting effects of that are going to be on later on. So here's a guy who's going to play on Sundays, one of the best players in college football, you not, and you take him out. And like I told the OU guy, you either condoned what your team was doing or you coached them up, one or the other, or both. And to me, I have zero tolerance for cheap, dirty players. I don't give a shit what sport it is. Basketball, football, I don't care what sport it is. I have zero time for you. I have zero time for anybody. If you're a cheap shot artist and you're trying to hurt somebody on purpose, I have zero tolerance for you. I have zero respect for you. I have no respect for Jay Norvell. I don't give a shit that he coached at OU. That was 15 years ago, 13 years ago. Once a Sooner, always a Sooner. I don't care what none of that nonsense. I don't care if you went to Oklahoma State. If you're a dirty, cheap shot artist, I'm going to call you out. I have no respect for you. I don't care what school you went to, because that's bullshit. It is. You don't try to purposely hurt someone, ever. If you're better than me, you're better than me. But I'm not going to try to take your legs out. I'm not going to try to end your career. I'm not going to take a cheap shot on you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to retaliate back trying to hurt you. Now, have I retaliated? Like, if you hit me with an elbow, if I hit you with an elbow, hell yes, I have. You hit me with an elbow, I'm going to hit you back. But I'm not going to that was not trying to hurt me. And what he did was ridiculous. And for the referees, everybody knew what he did. And I have all these people trying to say, oh, well, that was a dirty play. You know damn well it was. Just call him out. But people are so scared, oh, I can't say anything. Call him out. He, on purpose, tried to hurt Travis Hunter, without question. No doubt. And he got to keep playing. And by the way, he missed the tackle, okay, that got the game-winning tied. Well, it was the score to lead up to the two-point conversion. He's the one that missed the tackle on Jimmy Horn. Ain't that funny? The same dude that took him out, because they know you're not going to beat them. But what you did is you robbed college football of a chance for Travis Hunter to go against the best players at Oregon and USC. You got to. We were going to get to see. That's all we've been looking forward to. Oregon, USC. What is Travis going to do? What is Shedeur going to do? Now we don't get that because of this dirty ass little punk ass. That's what he is, and I'm calling him out right now because that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He's a little punk. He's a little punk for what he did. Now you've robbed college football of Travis versus the best receivers and Bo Nix at Oregon. And then what's he going to do offensively? Then you robbed him against Branch and USC. Now you did that. That's what you did. So, Jay Norvell, I have no respect for you, okay? First of all, you called out talking about somebody's mama. That's, in the black community, you're out right away. You don't talk about my mama. You don't talk about my mama. You don't talk about my kids. It's two things you don't talk about, which is weird. Dad is not held on the same level as mom, which has always been weird to me. But you don't talk about my mama, and you don't talk about my kids. Those two things are completely off limits, 100%. And you black, and you did that. I have zero respect for you. I don't give a shit at you, Coach OU. And the guy that you know who I'm talking about, my friend, and I know him. And like I said, dude, that's trash. I don't care that you, because he went to OU. So the hell what? I don't care if you go to OSU and you trash and you trying to hurt somebody, you trash. I've called Marcus Smart out for what he did trying to be dirty. Well, dude, don't be dirty. If you want to be getting in somebody's head a little bit, that's fine. Draymond Green, the same way. I don't care. You want to do some stuff, that's fine. Don't grab my nuts. You got your own pair of balls. Grab your own balls. Don't try to hit me in the nuts. You'll play with your own self. Don't mess with me. Come on, man. So I have zero tolerance for that. Other than that, it was a good, and then the fact that Shedeur Sanders, I'm just going to say this. Unbelievable. He had really set himself apart. He set himself apart as far as what he did, this deal. And he talks about he had to Tom Brady, and because Tom Brady is like he mentors him and texts him and talks to him all the time and is taking some credit for. And Shedeur, my issue I have with Shedeur is, dude, run more. But he never has been a runner. He won't run. He'll take a sack almost before he runs. Run the ball. And then you look at a guy like Justin Fields, who we'll talk about the Bears, he won't run. And then when he tries to run, it's too late. And Shedeur is like, dude, pick up yards, and he's, in that last drive, he used his legs. Dude, use your legs at least force the linebackers to come up a little bit. At least give them the thought that you're going to run. I understand you don't want to be known as a running quarterback. I get that 100%. But you are athletic enough to use your legs. Use your legs. Instead of taking a sack and throwing the ball away, pick up 5 yards. Changes the next play. So I do have an issue with that. So yesterday, we were watching in football, Georgia. Man, I tell you what, Spencer Rattler did great for himself and was really proud of what he did yesterday there for South Carolina against Georgia. Played really, really well the first half. Second half came back, and Georgia did what Georgia does. But I thought it was a great win for Georgia, but South Carolina, my hat goes off to Spencer Rattler and what he did. Florida State, 31-29 over Boston College there in BC, and my guy Drew Henthorn, the Fusco Drew picks, called that and said that they give them crap, they give them a hard time every year, and he was right on the money when it came to that. So what a good game that was, but, man, I like the quarterback. I like Travis. I do for Florida State. I really like the kid a lot. Penn State over Illinois, 30-13. Penn State, what a game that was. I thought they gave them all they wanted. They gave them all they wanted. All Penn State wanted there in in Illinois, and had a great showing for themselves. LSU over Mississippi State. Man, I tell you what, the quarterback at Mississippi State, what he was doing under Mike Leach, everybody remembers, rest in peace, Coach Leach. And then what he's doing now is just like the coach, they don't know what to do with him. They don't know, because Leach, he's a totally different guy than he was under Mike Leach, which, of course, Mike Leach being one of the greatest minds in all of college football, in football period. NFL, college, whatever. What a great mind. And you look at his coaching tree and all the guys who have come under him. So they did miss him, and LSU took care of business 41-14 there in Starkville. Drake May dropping slowly as far as the Heisman race and as far as top quarterbacks. I still like the guy, got a great arm, but, to me, he hasn't really shown me a whole lot. I'm not that big of a fan of his. I like him, but he doesn't really he's not where I thought he was at the very beginning of the year. I can't really give him the nod as number 2 anymore. In fact, I'll probably do my college quarterback rankings later on this week and redo that because guys are playing much better. Michael Penix Jr. is just a beast there at Washington. I see my guy Nathan Taylor of YNB is on the line. What's up, big dog?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good, man. Just breaking down the college football scores, going through them, talking about. Go ahead.
One thought, and you'll probably get to it, but I just had one thought this weekend while I was watching this stuff.
Well, what was it about? One of the teams?
How good? Let me rephrase that. How much better would OSU be with Spencer Sanders?
Oh yeah, we'll get to the Big 12 scores here in just a minute. That's next. We're just doing the college ones right now, so we're going to Big 12 right after we finish these college scores. Tennessee, your boy, you still like? I'll tell everybody, dude. I was
thinking about you when I saw that.
But you know what's funny is Tennessee hasn't beat Florida in 20 years in Florida at the Swamp.
Crazy, I didn't know that.
20 years. They have not beat them in 20 years at the Swamp.
Which is weird because of how bad Florida's been for the last 15 or 20 years.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember Peyton Manning didn't beat Florida one time. He went 0-4.
Jeez.
Yeah, 0-4 against them. So
that's not good, man.
There's something about Tennessee and Florida. They just, but Tennessee dropped a long way. They dropped 12 from 11 to 23, so they dropped quite a ways. UNC stayed about the same, and I just Drake May is just I know he's good.
He's good, man. I'm not seeing it. Like
I haven't.
He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, man.
I agree with you. I'm just not
supposedly that much better than your competition, and you're number 1 in the draft. You should be better than
that. Yeah. Well, first of all, they were talking about how Caleb Williams wasn't the overall number 1 pick, and Drake May would be somebody. Dan Orlovsky was saying that, and I'm like, you're high. You're high.
You're high, dude.
You're high.
You're high.
And now he's really high because ain't nobody he's the only person saying it. I'm like, how the hell are you going to take anybody over Caleb Williams? He's ridiculous. He throws unbelievable. He's athletic. He moves. That's insane. And of course, the Colorado State, Colorado.
Is Drake Mason in the top 5 right now? I mean, that's just my opinion. But,
I don't know if he is now.
There's a lot of good college quarterbacks out there right now.
Yeah, well, he was number 2 going into the year. That's what I was saying. He was number 2.
Man, I don't know. You Sanders, you got the guy from Washington.
Yeah, Michael Penix.
Junior. Dylan Gabriel. I know he's not great pro prospect, but he's doing a pretty good job.
No, I agree. And then, of course, Colorado State, CU, Colorado, what a game that was. Speaking of great quarterbacks, that guy, 2-yard line, 2 minutes to go, got to get 8, and just goes right down the damn field. I mean, right down the damn field. Yeah. Talking about he thought, okay, let me call him my inner Brady. And he did. He definitely did. Did you see the thing where
he doesn't have any control of the defense? So
no, well,
I mean, you score 42 points, you should win every game.
Well, but on top of that, when Travis Hunter went out, it changed the dynamics of what Colorado could do defensively,
for sure,
and offensively as well. But for me, that shot that was one of the dirtiest plays, dude. You're trash. You ain't nobody, and now you've robbed college football in America of, Travis Hunter against Oregon and Bo Nix. Travis Hunter against USC and Branch and Caleb Williams. Now he's gone because of your little trash ass. And I can say this, and I said you're an OU fan, and I made a comment to an old guy he took the post down on Facebook. But I made a comment to him. He's like, OU, he's Jay Norvell, OU, and I'm taking Colorado State. I was like, really? After what that kid did, you're okay with that?
Not at all.
I saw this point today, and I'm gonna ask you how you feel. If that was a Colorado player that did that to a Colorado State player, people would be killing Deion Sanders. That's what he brings. Am I not right?
Yes, you were.
They would be killing him because that dirty play. That's what kind of players he's raising. Nobody's saying that about him.
Be telling you, we told you so.
Yep.
We told you so.
That's exactly what would be happening. And Drew Hinthorn, our boy Husker Drew, would be one of them. He is not a fan of Deion Sanders at all in what he did. But like I said, to me that's just trash. And then Norvell to go on deal talking about, I've never been in a game penalized so much. There's not one penalty that they called on you that nobody had a problem with. You know what I'm saying, Nathan? There wasn't one penalty. I mean, that your team didn't do it, and it was the cheap shots were ridiculous. Your defensive lineman, he clearly tried to hurt Shedeur Sanders. Clearly, you can't hit a quarterback like that. That's been 2 years, 3 years that you can't do that to a quarterback.
No, it was ridiculous, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me,
the handshake at the end of the game. I mean, I'd have loved to see. I'd have loved to heard what was said in that.
No, Deion didn't have a lot. And you see, Shedeur was wanting to punch him. Shedeur was pissed.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, he's like me.
Well, I would have been too.
But to me, he's like me.
Like
he's like me and a lot of former players. Dude, you don't cheap shot somebody. Because remember, what's our boy's name? That was the coach for the Saints. That was the defensive coordinator that did the bounties.
What was his name? Dang it, Bounty Gate.
Something Williams, wasn't it?
Greg Williams.
Greg Williams.
Is that right? Greg Williams.
I mean, you're targeting players. You got a bounty on them. Really? You're trying to actually hurt. Go ahead.
The basketball version of that was when Dwight Howard. Remember him when he just undercut J.J. Barea in that playoff series? Remember that? Oh, dude, you can't do that.
No, I have zero tolerance for dirtiness. Zero. It's like I said, to me, like when Alex Caruso got hurt by Grayson Allen. However much time, when you do a dirty play on somebody, how much ever time they're out, you're out. How much ever that is, you don't get to play. You don't get to play because however long they got hurt, they're out for it because you heard them on something dirty, you're out for that long. And I promise you, if they do that, hey, a lot of that dirty stuff will get taken out. I mean, think about that for you. This kid who hurt him, you're missing the next 3 weeks.
Yep.
I mean, to me, Colorado, their chances went down significantly of them trying to beat Oregon or USC now. Because now you don't have because you can say once Travis went out, all that under routes and all that stuff they were doing, that Travis would have been there to stop something. They couldn't stop it.
Sounds like a lot of excuses.
No, that's BS, bro. If you don't come in with anyway,
sounds
that's
like a lot
BS.
Of excuses.
Anyway,
sounds like the Colorado Buffalo pregame show.
Anyway,
it'll be all right.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, Drew, I'm pissed. I have no tolerance for somebody's dirty shots. Zero.
Karma comes back and bites you.
Zero, dude. That's bullshit, Drew. Don't come up with that. You speaking, Drew? You talking nonsense. A kid is out for 3 weeks.
Karma come back and bite you.
You're out, Drew. He's out for 3 weeks because of a dirty play. That ain't got nothing. You ain't seen no Colorado players do nothing dirty. So how is that karma?
That's what happens when you're
How is it karma for you to go out and get dirty play on you and you haven't done it? How is that karma?
If you want to blow up and fight somebody, that's fine.
Fine. How is that? But my deal is, how is that karma, Drew?
Karma.
How?
What happens?
I'm asking you a question. How is it karma?
Just answer it. If you talk trash, run your mouth.
Talking trash has nothing to do with taking a dirty shot, taking somebody out. Zero. Okay, you run your mouth all the time and talking trash. Nobody wants to come take you out.
I'm 6'4", 200.
I don't care. Okay, first, no. Hold on, Nathan. Old boy who took you out with the dirty thing on the ankle.
Yeah.
Was that karma on you?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now you're just going to justify your BS now. But anyway, go ahead, Nathan, what's your thought?
I mean, there's no room in sports for that.
I have zero tolerance for it.
You guys act like he clotheslined him. He hit him with the shoulder. It was like,
Drew, stop, dude. That's bullshit, man. The dude is out for 3 weeks. That was a dirty shot, bro. Come on now.
If you want to fight the dude, then go up and get in his face.
Exactly. You don't do that, man. That's all I'm saying is it's like Grayson Allen with Alex Caruso. And you even said you're the one that agreed talking about Alex Caruso that Grayson Allen should be taken out the same number of times or long as Alex Caruso. You're the one that talked about that with me.
I just think Grayson Allen's a dirty player. He keeps getting away with it.
I understand that, but
he'll eventually get what's coming to him.
Yeah, I understand it, but what we're saying is that this kid, who was from Boulder, by the way, went to high school in Boulder, but went to Colorado State. And then this kid is the one who took him out on a dirty play. And to me...
I guess it's going to get personal now.
Well, no, but the whole thing is this. He's the one that got beat and missed the tackle on the touchdown. Now, that's karma. That's karma.
Well, they're 28-point underdogs Saturday. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Any chance they've had is slim to none.
They're going to lose either way.
That's no chance on that
happening. They got beat by an 0-3 Colorado State team.
You're going to talk about somebody getting beat. Hey, Nebraska fan. You should talk about nobody being beat.
We want to lost our starting 2 running backs in the process.
Okay.
Well, hold on. That means in your logic, Colorado State would beat Nebraska by 50.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think they could beat them. I agree with you. In Big 12 scores, Kansas State and Missouri, dude, Kansas State talking about implode. I'm like, dude, what are y'all doing? I watched the end of that game.
Another great pick by HuskyDreamPicks.com.
Oh, no, I even talked about that earlier about your picks, how good they were. I talked about Illinois, Penn State, how you call that, Florida State, and Boston College. So we talked about that earlier. Iowa State, Ohio.
Another winner.
Iowa State is just...
Iowa State sucks, man.
The Big 12's terrible.
Terrible. They've got 2 teams.
I was going to say, outside of OU and Texas, this league sucks.
It's terrible.
That's it.
Terrible, 100%. Long Island, get Baylor, at least beat Long Island, whoever the hell that is. I don't even know some of these teams had teams. I'm like, who are y'all playing? I don't even know who the hell y'all are. Yeah, and then if OU beat Tulsa 66-17, Tulsa getting trash points. But, dude, OU looks pretty good.
Yeah, and Tulsa's really bad. OU's decent on offense.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty decent.
I think they're more decent.
They're pretty good, dude.
We're going to find out pretty quick.
They got some. Those receivers they got, man. Those receivers are good.
The only bad thing is they don't play anybody this year, so the only game you're going to see them play anybody is against Texas. So.
They're playing Texas.
That's what he just said. That's what he just said. He just said that.
They got one. They're gonna play one team against one. We're gonna play one ranked team all year.
But hey, speaking of OU, hey,
you're the Big 12 every year.
Yeah, I was about. Hey, speaking of that, Marvin Mims, dude, he was unbelievable yesterday. By the way,
yeah,
he's been doing great at Denver. But definitely making a name for himself. Villanova getting smashed by UCF, OSU. They just got hit in the mouth over and over and over. And to me, Gundy, just start your boy and play him.
Yeah.
Just start your boy and play him. Yeah, just start your boy and play him. Just play him, okay? Don't try to.
Can I say it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that OSU's worst home loss in 40 years?
It was pretty. Dude,
why the hell didn't you try harder to keep Spencer Sanders?
Because this was Gundy's deal. You left to get in the transfer portal, and he wanted to come back, and Gundy said no. Okay? And so that's why you had this max exodus of players. They were like, they left. They were done with him. Okay? And I don't know very many players who even like him, dude. And you'll notice one thing. Look at the number of former OSU players who come back to watch OSU football.
Not very many.
Not very many. Not very many.
Here's the thing, dude.
Just need a rapper on the sidelines.
Huh?
Loudmouth. We get all the ones we want.
What'd you say, Drew? You get on the sidelines? I didn't hear what you said.
I'm just giving. I'm just still riding Dion. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
One thing that coaches can't escape that is proven. The players know, man. The players know who should play.
Yeah, there's no question.
You know?
I've always said this. You know who somebody's better than you. Okay? You know you can't fool the locker room. But I think that Gundy did not let Spencer Sanders come back because he wanted his son to play. Okay?
No, he's not even playing.
He is playing. He played the majority of the snaps. He had like 7 straight series.
Why is he not starting anymore?
He started the other guy, played 4 series. His son was supposed to play 4 series, and his son played like 7 series, and then he put, what's his name in it? What's the guy's name at the end, Drew, that you don't really like, the guy that can throw the ball?
Here, Ringo.
I can't think of the guy's name. Anyway, and then, of course, so Oklahoma State, but I agree with Drew. It's one of the worst losses ever. That was just trash, man.
Talking about Rangel?
Yeah.
Rangel.
Can
you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can, Nathan. You were down. Your speaker was down. I couldn't hear you. Then, of course, Texas Tech spanked Tarleton State. And, like Long Island, I didn't know they had a football team. Tarleton State, I'm like, some of these guys, you have football teams? Wow. Cincinnati got beat by Miami of Ohio. And Miami of Ohio always have good teams. Drew, do they just get players who are cast off from Ohio State? Is that what they get?
Yeah, they get Penn State and Ohio State's leftovers.
The guys that, or couldn't make it because of grades?
And at Miami of Ohio and Cincinnati is a big rivalry game.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that where Pendleton's kid?
Yeah, Mickey's son went there. I think Ben Roethlisberger's from there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then West Virginia beat Pitt 17-6. Pitt has fallen off.
Beautiful call.
Yep, you did. Another one of your calls. What were you like this weekend? 13-2 or something? 11-2? What were you?
12-3.
12-3. BYU. By the way, I had a former bookie friend of mine. He was looking at your deals, and he goes, well, he's got some pretty good picks there. He goes, I agree with a lot of those. And so I texted him and said, yeah, he was 12-3. Whatever you had texted me, I sent it to him. I was like, yeah, this is what he was.
BYU hurt me. That Arkansas laid an egg in that.
Yeah, they did. They laid it. I didn't see that one coming. Texas, you were right. What was it, 20, 30 points? You were right on the money on Wyoming and Texas. And Texas didn't get anything done until late. The game was, 7 points? Game until the fourth quarter?
They, like I said, they may not even practice last week.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then TCU Houston. I like Dana Holgerson, but dude, they're not very good.
No.
They're not very good. And you would think, being in Houston, that it would be easy to grab people, and it's just that's ridiculous to me.
That OSU game, the OSU Houston game, might be a good game. Might be like 7-4, 7-3.
Thank you for that, bro. Appreciate you. Then, of course, Kansas beat Nevada 31-24. That was a loss. Was that a winner for you, Drew?
No, I didn't play that. I don't really like playing against Nevada. You never know.
Yeah, what you're gonna get?
You never know. Those in-state gambling teams, for some reason, they're quirky to bet on. I'll leave that up to the imagination
of the people. Yeah. Now, so in Big 12 standings, this is what we're saying. TCU is sitting at the top, clearly because they played the first conference game last week. So this weekend is going to be. This week is when all the games actually start for the Big 12. So we're really going to get a good feel for.
You actually looked pretty good last weekend, honestly.
Yeah, they did. They really did. They've come back. They're now 2-1. BYU 3-0. Kansas 3-0. OU 3-0. Texas 3-0. UCF 3-0. Cincinnati, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and West Virginia all 2-1. And Drew, you might be right about West Virginia, dude. They played better. I mean, even they lost to Penn State, they played really good the last 2 weeks.
They've got a good offensive line. Their quarterback's good. They've got decent guys at skill positions. I mean, they were in that game against Penn State. We're gonna find out how good Penn State is next couple of weeks, but West Virginia could go.
Who's the third best team in the Big 12?
Man, I don't know right now. Let them play each other for a couple of weeks, and then we can do a power ranking of the Big 12 once they play each other.
Just pick one right now. Who would you pick?
What, as far as the best team in the Big 12?
Texas.
I would do Texas. OU would be in that order. I think Texas is better than OU.
Yeah. For sure.
So I would do Texas, OU, probably UCF maybe.
That's what I was going to say is UCF, man. That's where I was going to go. Yep.
What about you, Drew?
Man, I mean, probably would have UCF in there along with Kansas and Kansas State. Iowa State's terrible. Oklahoma State's terrible.
Yep.
BYU may not be too bad. BYU you could slide in there too.
Yep.
With that, because I mean that's a nice win they had. I mean, going to Fayetteville and winning.
Yeah, when you look at the bottom of it, man, and then it doesn't get any easier with who you got coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of.
But I mean, you can definitely see a West Virginia, UCF, Kansas, BYU. You can just kind of pull those out of a hat for 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. Now this weekend is when all the good games. Yeah, with all the good games.
I still couldn't believe how bad OSU looked. I mean, it was just bad. I mean, you cannot get beat by South Alabama at home by 30 points.
Well, the way that they look too, Drew, they look terrible. But you know what? He dropped that opening touchdown, and they never were the same after he dropped that touchdown. Yeah. Right there, OSU never. And like instead of them going up and getting all the home fans, it just went downhill quick. Number 16 OU at Cincinnati plus 13. Over under 60. That's a lot of points, isn't it, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, Cincinnati's I don't think they're going to have the athletes to keep up with OU. OU's got a decent team this year. I mean, they lost 5 games last year by a touchdown or less. They could have easily had a lot more wins, but again, the problem with them is they're not going to see anybody, and they're going to come up against somebody in a playoff type game, and it's just not going to go well for them. But I think they beat Cincinnati handily. I don't think Cincinnati's that good. I think it'll be close for a while. Cincinnati's got a decent home field, but I mean, I look for OU to run away late, 38-20, 38-17, something like
that. Here's something funny, Drew. Caleb Gundy just picked the same exact score about an hour or two earlier.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What's that?
Caleb Gundy picked the exact score. He picked the exact score you picked about an hour ago.
Oh, really?
SMU versus TCU. TCU is 6.5-point favorites at home. Over under is 63.
I might be on SMU there. I think SMU's got a pretty decent squad. And what was the over under 63?
63. That's a lot, isn't it?
Be a high scoring game too.
Yeah, but 63 that's a lot, isn't it, Drew?
Seems like it. Seems like it might be, but I mean, if you're taking SMU, you probably got to think it's probably a bunch of points scored because they're probably not going to win a defensive battle.
Yep, facts on that. BYU versus KU. KU are 9.5-point favorites. Over under is 56.
I'll tell you what, I might be on BYU there. I think that's too many points. Mm-hmm. Those big boys will lean on Kansas. I think Kansas can win the game, but that's a lot of points in that game.
Yeah, that's touchdown and field goal. I don't know about that. Texas Tech versus West Virginia. West Virginia are 4.5-point dogs. Over under 55.5.
Keep riding West Virginia.
Yep. Texas Tech looks good, but man, West Virginia is looking really, really good, especially that's going to be at home, and you've got to go down there. Man, good luck on that. Oklahoma State at Iowa State, -3.
I can't believe they're a favorite.
Yeah, Iowa State's a -3 favorite.
It's going to be 10-7.
Hey, over under Drew 36.5.
Boy, give me the under.
Take the under on
that. That is a bad game right there. That's going to be a quiet atmosphere. What time is that game?
3:00 on FS1.
Yeah, at least it's in the afternoon and not 11 a.m. But I don't know, man. Who knows what Oklahoma State team you're going to get?
I agree. I just don't know. No, the 11 a.m. games is OU Cincinnati and SMU TCU. Those are your 11 a.m. games.
Yep.
And then, of course, Sam Houston versus the University of Houston. Houston is actually -12.5, over under 39.5. How the hell are they going to score that many points?
Yeah, 39.5. Hey, what are they? I have to research that and dive into what Houston's done this year points-wise.
Well, they had 10 last week on Saturday.
Yeah, they gave up 36.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be right on it. Let's see what happens there. We'll probably stay away from that one.
Yeah, Vegas is usually pretty good, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Texas. Then you got Texas versus Baylor at Baylor, and Baylor's a +14.5. I have that.
See if Baylor gets their quarterback back this week. I think they do.
And over under is 51.5.
That's a lot of points.
Yep.
A lot of points to a Texas team that played pretty good defense.
Yep, but Texas are 14-point. Baylor is a dog at 14.5 at home. That's That's going to be at 6:32 on ABC.
I can see it right on that line, like a 34-17, something like that.
I think Texas is going to kill them.
Yeah, Baylor is. We just don't know which Baylor team is going to show up. The one that almost beat Oregon, or the one that can't stop anybody. You just don't know which one's going to actually show up. UCF versus Kansas State. Kansas State's -7, over under 57.
I look for Kansas State to reap. Would think as good as they were supposed to be this year, but UCF's got a lot of athletes on their team, and I mean that's again another 7-point line. Seems like the over/under is a little high. Kansas State doesn't score that many points. I'd probably just take the under. I'd probably stay. I think they'll probably try to run the ball and slow the clock down, keep UCF's offense off the field.
And Kansas State tight ends catch the football, bro.
Yeah.
Catch the football.
54.5 seems like a lot of points.
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm just like, man, you guys got to catch the damn ball. So, but anyway, that's the schedule this week for that. But I looked at it, Drew, and I'm just going, man, Kansas State, the quarterback throws the ball good, but you still got to have guys that can do more than block. You got to be able to catch the ball when it's thrown to you. Take advantage of your opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I look at it. So take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, which I'm going to be dropping my stuff off for those guys, for them to fix my computer. If you have any needs for a computer, they can fix your computer. They can buy new computers. They can design websites for you. They can write software, customize software for your office to help everything run smoothly. Contact my guy, Russell Willifort, over there. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, contact my guy, Mark Long, there. Oak Grove Trucking, any need for rocks or dirt to be moved, his dump truck, and contact our guy, Jose.
What's up, Jose? The Broncos blew another one yesterday.
Bad, dude. Bad. They are. It was
good though, man. That comeback was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was. And then, of course, Greg and Max Neffy want to thank them for supporting me in everything I do. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank to make things happen.
Yes, they are. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go in and see them. They love you to come in and talk to them over at the main bank. You go in and see Nathan or Joe Horn or, well, you can't see Ken. He's hardly. We don't know when in the hell he's going to be there. But you can, or our boy Carson Wright.
Yeah.
What? I hear you. Or anyway, at the main bank, 401 Elm in downtown Yukon, YNB East, which is off the Parkway. They're in 66 or 39th Expressway, however you want to look at it. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road in Mustang, Oklahoma. YNB Parkway, which is off I-40 and Garth Brooks Boulevard. It's actually on Garth Brooks Boulevard, just south of I-40, right in front of Integris. And then, of course, YNB People, 6201 Northwest 23rd. They're in Bethany between Rockwell and MacArthur. You go in and see Dennis, or I'm going to say his name, Nathan, or Eddie, over there at the Bethany.
Ask Eddie.
Y'all need to leave. Y'all leave my boy alone. And then, of course, DT Construction and Consulting. They do roofing, they do siding, they do gutters, they do concrete work, whatever you need inside or out, painting, they can do all that. Hit our boy Drew Hinthorn up at 405-209-4051. That's 405-209-4051. DT Construction 2015 at Outlook. They're respectful, local, and loyal, which means Drew answers his damn phone when you call him. So contact our boy, 405-209-4051, DT Construction and Consulting for any of your housing needs inside or out. Now, NFL, we had a good day yesterday, did we not, Drew?
Another good day.
Tell you what, your Cowboys, man, god dang, bro.
Boy, I mean, if they're not on top of your power ranking,
they're not. I haven't changed my power rankings.
They're not.
Yeah, it should be.
No, because I don't. Look, that should have been a pick six. That one should have been a pick six. The game is 14-14. So I'm not a Dak Prescott fan. I'm not going to be one. I don't trust him.
Okay.
That defense, on the other hand, oh my goodness.
Man, it should have been another shutout. We had a fluke play, fluke bomb. Should have been another shutout.
Dude, that Micah Parsons, he's ridiculous. Hey, what's up, my boy? High Stick Harry, what's up? But Micah Parsons he's ridiculous.
Yeah, Herbie Husker went 6-2 yesterday in the NFL. Closed out the weekend on a 18-5 run.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the games tonight here in a little bit. Ravens and the Bengals. Ravens, man, I tell you what, the Bengals, Joe Burrow should have took those first 2 weeks off trying to come back. You're not Patrick Mahomes, bro. You can't. You should have just took these first 2 weeks off. Now the problem is you've lost these first two games, and now you're still hurt, which means you're going to be hurt all year long. Should have just waited and not try to come
back. Another quiet game out of Jamar Chase. Not too much going there. Lamar looked really good, though. He was dropping some dimes out there.
Yeah, he was.
It was pretty nice. I was happy to see that. OBJ injury, though, not good.
Nope. But I tell you what, with all your injuries on defense, your Ravens, dude, held up really well.
And 2-0, that's good. That's a good start. We need both division games, too.
Yep. Seahawks and the Lions. Geno's Pizza. He kind of delivered.
He delivered yesterday.
Hey.
Extra hands. He got
that starter fixed on his delivery car.
Hey, I have a question for y'all. How the hell was that grounding when the wide receiver clearly ran a wrong route? How was that grounding?
I don't know. It just must have been the distance. And
he threw it, but clearly he was expecting the guy to go. How about the referee? Sir, I'm talking to the nation, right? National.
Dude, I'm talking to America.
America, that's what he said. I love that. The Colts and the Texans. Anthony Richardson, hey, dude, you're 6'5", 2 whatever. Get your big butt down. This is the NFL.
Yep. He took big shots again, had to go out with a concussion. I mean, he looked good, though, up until then.
He only took that one shot that he had to hit his head going in.
When he did that flip and he got up and he looked good, so I don't understand what would have caused that to be spotted.
He
did that flip, and then he stood right up, and he was celebrating. He even did
he played 2 more series after that, and then he said, okay, I'm not I'm not. I don't feel right. That's what happened. He pulled himself out and said, "I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling right."
Yeah, Minshew came in and played okay
He played
in his
good.
spot though. Yeah.
Tell you what. By the way, Nathan, kudos to your boy Baker Mayfield. Unbelievable.
Yep.
That's why I put the Bucks number 10 on my power rankings.
They're not there, but yeah, that's insane. But.
Man, if you can just keep the ball, don't have any turnovers. I mean, you can play like he can manage the game.
That's what you do.
That's the thing too, man.
It's
guys in the locker room, from what all I've heard, what all I've seen, the guys in the locker room love it. So,
not Cleveland.
Not that means anything.
Not Cleveland.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying
Carolina.
The Rams and the Buccaneers clearly yes.
Yeah. I think he had a big old piece of humble pie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so now I think he's kind of figured it out.
By the way, his interview yesterday. Anyway, his post game interview yesterday was unbelievable, dude. I was like, I had to go back and rewind. I said, "Is that Baker Mayfield?"
Yeah.
I mean, humble, talking like an adult. I mean, I'm like, dang, is that Baker Mayfield? Wow. This Baker I like. The old punk Baker, no. Chiefs 17-9, Chris Jones back.
Let's not get carried away. Two teams to beat haven't won a game yet either.
Yep. No, correct.
Hey, we all know that Dallas is going to beat them. We get it. We're just
Isn't that this weekend?
That I don't know.
When do they play them, Drew? Dallas.
Who's that?
Dallas and the Bucks.
Let's see here. Cowboys play the Cardinals Sunday. That's another W.
Oof.
Let's see here. Dallas then plays, I do believe it is the Patriots. That's another W. That'll be 4-0.
Yeah, they don't have anybody.
Then they got the 49ers in 3 weeks, and that's a Sunday night game.
Is that in Dallas or in San Francisco?
That's in San Fran.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game.
That's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah. Anyway, the Chiefs.
Chargers after that. Let's see here.
Another win.
Yeah, another win.
When do they play them?
They don't play them, I don't think.
Oh, they don't play them? Okay. Anyway, Chiefs and Jaguars. The Jaguars got into the Chiefs' defense, getting Chris Jones back with all that young talent they got. They're going to be a handful.
Yeah, getting Kelsey back too.
Yeah, but Kelsey, you could tell he's off. And I don't like his attitude, man. I mean, you got 2 penalties. You dump your helmet. Then you got another one. He was trying to pancake. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? He's acting
I think he's trying to make a statement and just kind of took it a little bit too far.
I guess, but I'm just, dude, I didn't like his attitude. You don't. I mean, you gave up 2 plays in a row that you cost the Chiefs 30 yards. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
That's ridiculous. Packers and the Falcons. Our boy Jordan Love couldn't take them down at the end of the game, guys.
No, yeah, he was good though. He still looked good. He didn't have any turnovers. I mean, I still think what I mean. I liked it. I still like what I saw.
Go ahead, Drew.
The Ritter kid from Cincinnati's playing pretty well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, for the Falcons.
Bijan was huge too.
Dude, I told y'all I like the Falcons. I called that as my sleeper pick for the playoffs.
Props on that.
I called them Raiders and Bills. God. Drew, you want to comment on that game, Drew?
That was an easy one.
Yeah, when Devontae went out, it was pretty much.
They're terrible. The Chargers and the Titans, dude, I
still can't figure out time management. The Chargers
your
continue
defense,
to shoot themselves
dude,
in the
how
foot.
do you have the defense you have, and you're just getting torched?
Yeah, Chargers have been a major disappointment.
I mean, and Justin Herbert, you might be great until the last 3 minutes. You might be Russell Westbrook. You're fantastic for 57 minutes. And in the last 3 minutes, you can't win a game. I don't know if they're snake bitten. I don't know what. To me, though, I think when the Drew said that he would have came, that Staley would not have took the plane ride home after they lost to Jaguars. Did you say that?
Yeah.
I'm like, you lose 27-0 lead in the playoffs, dude. You're not the head coach next year. Sorry.
No.
You're not my head coach. But the
Derrick
Spanos.
Henry was grinding out there too. I think he had like 20-something carries. He was just out there just running.
Of the NFL.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Get out of the Rams Stadium, number one.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Well, that ain't gonna help. They're gonna stay right there. They're gonna slay. Yeah. They're gonna be like the Giants and the Jets. Sharing MetLife. That's what that's gonna be like. Niners, Rams, dude.
Yeah. Did you see what happened at the end of that game?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that beat at the end of the game where they kicked the field goal with 4 seconds left or whatever,
just to cover,
walk off, and then
just to cover?
The spread was 7. Yeah. What are we doing?
Hey, Drew, did you send him a text and let him know what the line was?
Beautiful. The old back to get you.
Somebody said, "Man, he must have knew what the line was." I'm like, Coach ain't sitting there thinking about, what is the line, or maybe he is.
It was weird.
That was weird. That was very weird. Giants and Cardinals. The Giants coming back all the way back to win that game. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was a little different. I mean, they needed something. Saquon's out, so that's really tough for them.
At least it's an ankle and not his knee.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. How about the 2 running backs that talk the most about getting their money are both hurt? Austin Eckler and Saquon.
Yep.
Both of them out.
Yeah.
Both of them out. Is that how hurt your fantasy, did it?
Yeah. What they say the extent of his injury is?
It was an ankle deal. They're going to get the MRI today to figure out exactly what it is, but it's his ankle, not his knee. So hopefully it's just a high ankle sprain or something like that. That's what I hope. But he couldn't even walk off the field. I'm like, dude, how are you not walking off the field? These guys, man. I'm like, a quarterback walks off the field with a high ankle sprain and y'all can't. I don't get that. Jets and the Cowboys, Drew, go ahead and talk to us about it.
Well, I mean, it wasn't much of a game. I didn't think it would be. I thought the Jets have a pretty good defense. I mean, let's remember this is a Jets team that everybody touted all during the season how great their defense was. Well, now they don't have a quarterback, so it pretty much went the way I thought it would go. They got lucky and scored 1 touchdown, or it should have been 38-3. I mean, but Dallas is still scoring 30 points on probably the top 5 defense in the league. So, Again, yes, Dak should have thrown a pick 6, but he didn't.
Well, Drew, the whole thing is, if he throws it at that point, they just got lucky on that touchdown pass to Wilson across the middle. And your safety, what the hell was your safety doing? What's his name? Hooker? What?
He brain farted there.
What was he doing?
He probably didn't think the guy was going to get out of the pocket at all. I mean, guy only had about a second and a half to throw the ball all game.
Yeah, it was a quick slant.
It was a quick slant, but
he was playing uptight. He was playing uptight.
Yeah,
he got burned.
Dude, he went flying by him. But see, the problem is, Dak. Why does he pump fake and then throw it to the outside anyway? He does that every single time, and he throws a pick.
And I don't like that play at all either. They run that play sometimes on 3rd and 5s and 2nd and 6s where they throw underneath that little out route.
Yeah.
It never works. It never gets a first down, and it's always getting tipped up in the air or intercepted. They need to remove that from the playbook.
Well, I'm just saying, Drew, if they score right there and make it 14-14, that's a huge difference because now all of a sudden they got a little momentum coming, and instead he dropped it, and then the Dallas went down and scored a touchdown right after that.
I mean, and Dak, I've been saying I don't trust him, all that stuff. That 13 for 13 run at the beginning was real nice. That kind of settled the men a little bit, and they just kept where the Jets couldn't run the football. I mean, Parsons straight took that ball from Dalvin Cook, and then
yes, he
that
did.
one time he said, "Little boy, give me that." He goes, I'm ready to say he's probably the best defensive player in the league, if not like top 3.
Well, he's been a runner-up. He's been a runner-up defensive player of the year 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I'll put him right up there.
So, by the way, who won it 2 years ago? Who won it 2 years ago? Does anybody know? I know that Bosa won it last year. Oh, J.J. Watt, did he win it the year before?
Yeah.
Dak was 31 out of 38, 255 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'll take that every Sunday.
Yeah, but Drew,
100%. I'm ready to give him his kudos on that.
Hey, listen.
Against the top 5 defense.
The whole thing is this. Dak is fantastic during the year.
Yep.
We're
going to find out. I mean, we got some games coming up where he's going to have to.
But like I said, Drew, I think he's going to be fine during the year. Dallas is going to win 12, 13 games, 14 games. I have no doubt about that because they're defense. But because they don't really play any quarterbacks except Jalen Hurts, really, and that's about it. Oh, and Purdy, that's 2. So they don't really, you know what I'm saying? They don't really play anybody.
Undefeated. Purdy's still undefeated in the regular season.
The what now?
Purdy's still undefeated as a starter.
No, I don't. Brock Purdy's a decent quarterback. He's a very good.
Undefeated, man. Just
I don't care about all that. Listen, I don't go by all that nonsense. Listen, he's a decent quarterback. He's a nice game manager.
McCaffrey owns that team, though.
Yes, he does.
No, yeah, I don't disagree. Let me throw
He's a beast.
You can do this all day long, I know, but I just thought this was kind of funny. Dallas Cowboys, 2016, draft number 4th overall, Ezekiel Elliott. You know who the number 45 pick was that year?
Dak Prescott. Who?
Derrick Henry.
Oof.
Are you serious?
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just imagine Derrick Henry on this team.
Okay, but no. Ezekiel Elliott is a beast. He was better than Derrick Henry early.
He played good.
I'm not gonna say anything wrong with that.
He just had a sweet tooth.
If he could show up underweight, maybe.
Ezekiel Elliott, dude. I'm on. Listen, hey, I'm on Drew's side here. Ezekiel Elliott was a great pick. You can't even. No, that ain't even. No.
He just fell off the wagon.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I can't.
I agree. You know who the pick above him was? Joey Bosa.
Wow.
And then right below it, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, would you rather from Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah, but did you see? I'm gonna say this though. Did you see
that pick? A lot of people thought they should have taken Ramsey.
Yeah, but did you see that pick that Deion Sanders had in his draft? All 4 of those 5 guys are in NFL Hall of Fame. Troy Aikman and all of them, they're all in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Now that's a draft. When you talking about picking the top 5 players and 4 of them in the Hall of Fame, that's you got pretty good there. The poor Broncos. Do we think that Wilson's gonna make it through the year?
I don't know. I don't see where else you'd go.
Stidham
not signing anybody else.
They signed Stidham to the He's the highest paid backup.
They did sign Stidham.
He's the highest paid backup.
He's not even that good. He's not even that good.
He's the highest paid backup in the NFL.
Studham. It's a pretty sweet last name, though. It's called Studham.
You remember that guy, right? He was the last quarterback that what the guy had at Baylor. What was it? Art Briles? Remember that guy?
Art Briles, yes. Art Briles, yes. Who talking about some crazy stuff? Yeah. Then of course the Patriots and the Dolphins game last night. Whatever.
Yeah, pretty boring game.
Yeah. I wasn't overly excited about that.
It was a Bill Belichick game. He pretty much he came out in the second half. They made their adjustments, made it a close one. I mean, the Patriots don't look like they're pushovers.
I did not update the score, by the way. It wasn't 17-3. I did not update the score on that. Okay, tonight, Drew, we got the Saints and the Panthers, +3, over under 40.5.
Yeah, I've kind of been messing with these lines. I teased that over to 39.5 with the Dolphins last night. And I got the Panthers, and took the Panthers on a teaser to +10, and really just kind of staying away from the regular line. I mean, put my feet to the fire. I like that over 39.5. Saints and Panthers, I think they'll score enough points. Being the Panthers' first home game, I think they'd probably not just lay an egg at home. So we'll see. It's kind of a crazy game to bet.
But you bent it up to 10, is what you said, instead of 3?
I did a teaser and I moved the line to 10 and then moved the over-under down to 32.5.
Okay. Browns and Steelers. Steelers are +3, over-under 42.5.
Yeah, I was already on the Steelers before the week started. I think they bounce back tonight at home. And then the over-under, I don't know. I'd probably go under.
Yeah, I teased this one, Drew. I did the Steelers +8, and then I did the under 45.
Yeah, so I did.
So I think these two defenses will stand up against each other, and we'll see who can score.
Yeah, I teased the Steelers to +9, and then I teased the over to 31.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. All right. Well, in the power rankings, Drew didn't send us in because he liked his. So I changed mine. Ben changed his. Nathan changed his. Drew likes his the way it is.
I'd give the Cowboys their kudos.
I did too.
I'd move them up.
The Cowboys stayed the same. My top 3 is my top 3. I did not change that. I pulled the Dolphins in. I left the Eagles and Ravens pretty much where they were. I put the Falcons in. But my top three is Chiefs, Niners, Cowboys to me, and then the Dolphins where they're playing. I have to throw them in there. And but the Ravens, I still don't trust them as many injuries they have. Ben, you've got Niners, Cowboys, Chiefs, Dolphins, Eagles. Basically the same
Yeah.
top five, different order.
Yeah, I saw a couple things today. Like if I could pick, if there's like a Super Bowl tomorrow, who I think would be going in, I really think it'd be the Cowboys versus probably the Dolphins, maybe something like that. I'm trying to think. I think those would be the two teams. I really like that Dolphins offense. Their defense needs to shore up, but I think they'd have an easy route.
Yep. Drew, you like Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, Chiefs, Dolphins as your top five.
Yeah, but I'd leave those top five the way it sits.
Yep. Nathan, you clearly didn't like Ben's take. Go ahead, Drew.
I like the Ravens, and I think the Bills. I think the Bills will be fine towards the end of the year, and it depends on what the Browns do tonight. I mean, I can see them moving up the chart.
Yeah, I was worried about whether to put them in there or not. Because I wanted to see what happened tonight before I made a change. But we'll do it. We'll do a different one next Monday. We'll do it. Nathan, Chiefs, Niners, Cowboys, Eagles, Ravens.
Yep. I was hesitant about the Ravens there, but the Cowboys, I could go either way, but I just think the Niners defense just had them. I don't know.
So you didn't like Ben's. You don't like Ben's pick as the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I don't like the Dolphins.
Oh, the Dolphins. Yeah,
I'm saying if it was next week.
Next week.
If it was like I'm saying two best teams right now, I think probably those guys. I think that
No. Dude, you take one game. It doesn't matter when in the season, when in the year. Patrick Mahomes is gonna be your pick every time.
Yep. What about you, Drew? Who do you think? Who do you like? Cowboys and who?
Man,
In the Super Bowl.
right now probably Cowboys Chiefs.
Yeah, I think
Chiefs are healthy.
Yeah, that defense is young, and now they got Chris Jones, who is just he's ridiculous.
Really
they have to score more than 17 points.
Yeah, the Bengals have fallen off a little bit. I don't know what they're doing, but I do think the Ravens can give them a run just because they have a running game and a good defense.
Yep. Yeah, but the problem is Ravens is hurting. The thing is this, in that game, the Ravens defense didn't get exploited at all, their secondary, like they should have. Don't you think, Ben?
I agree.
I mean, you got players missing, and you're not exploiting them. I was like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you just got a good game plan, though, I mean, that can help cover up some of that stuff. If you got, the right support in the right areas, you can just pretty much play more of a prevent defense instead of like attacking and taking shots. If you can kind of just, like die slowly, as they say, just if we can just keep the clock running.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Matt, I tell you, your Redskins fantasy team has a 5% probability to win against me this week.
I got crushed again. That Cowboys D.
Yeah, they picked up. Yeah, I got smashed. I think by.
Pretty sure everybody on my team played good.
Yeah. I think my thing not letting me get Nick Chubb in there was pissed.
Oh, gosh, dude, your bench played great.
And I still got Firemuth and Olave on the bench.
I'm gonna make some moves. I'm making some moves when the waiver. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing, but I'm making some moves.
Well, I'm gonna say this: Joe Burrow is killing me at quarterback.
Yeah,
and Chase killed me at wide receiver. I got no points out of my quarterback, no points out of one of my wide receivers, and my running back. They wouldn't let me put Nick Chubb in there. So those are three positions I got 0 points out of.
I said T. Higgins was on my bench, and Calvin Ridley was on my starter. So 5 point something or other for Ridley, and 28 or 24 or something.
But Nathan, at least you got a choice to play him. I didn't have a choice to play Nick Chubb. It wouldn't let me do it. So, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about that.
It would have. You just have to figure out how to do it, man.
I really don't. The problem is I really don't give a shit. That is the problem. That's the main problem. I really don't give a shit. That's the issue. I don't really care. I only care about basketball. I really don't give a shit about football. I just don't. I don't care.
Hey, guys, by the way, speaking of basketball, I want to do this. I want to replicate this with basketball, but I'm going to invite some guys around the bank to play if you guys don't mind.
For what?
Fantasy basketball league.
Is it going to be Drew's favorite Carson, his cousin?
Well, I don't think Carson does fantasy. I don't think he does.
You know, Drew, you didn't comment on that? You gonna let that go, Drew? No comment?
No comment.
I like it, but tonight
I want to do a basketball league with you guys because I mean I got basketball a lot better than I do football.
Basketball, I don't really. I mean, I'm just doing this because y'all put me in, and Drew. Yeah, I don't care. Mm-hmm. And I can just see Drew. Yes, you're gonna kick my butt, so I'm just bowing down to you in advance. So next week you're gonna beat me up. I get all that, so I'm just bowing down to you in advance. Go ahead, Drew. Say something. You know you want to.
No, it's all right. It's early in the season.
All right, guys. Anything y'all want to talk about?
Man, we got a nice little slate. Good double up Monday Night Football game tonight. It's lots of ins and outs and ways to play this game. And like I said, both games are really tough to bet. I got rivalry game on one end, and you got a first home game for a rookie quarterback on the other, playing against a mediocre team at best. So
I think the Saints D's pretty good though. I think Saints D's it's probably top 10.
Yeah.
These might be 2 games. Just sit back and throw you a little 14 parlay on it. See what happens. But other than that, start off to a new week. Baseball's about to kick into high gear. Got 2 weeks left of the season. And then
Braves got smashed last night.
Speaking of
Braves have mailed it in. They're resting.
Hey, speaking of that, of baseball, your boy Ohtani cleaned out his locker. You can see he only has basic necessities in his locker now. That's it.
Well, maybe that was maybe he thought he was fired.
Drew called that when was that, Drew? 1st of April when we were talking about remember we were talking about whether he should be traded or not, and the Angels. Yep. To me, there's a reason why certain organizations are who they are. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what sport it is. The ownership is the ownership.
Yeah, you got arguably the 2 best players in the league at their positions.
I mean, he was gone. You could have got a load for him. Then he gets hurt. Then he don't want to do surgery. You know, is he
still not doing surgery? Do we know?
Well, he's going to get it after. But I'm saying he could have got surgery and shut down right then, and he didn't.
Yeah, but now he's going to get surgery now, probably, correct?
I think it's good. Can he get it now, Drew, or is he waiting?
Boy, I don't know. Do you think he's got to pass some sort of physical or something if they go to trade him?
Well, yeah, he's going to get surgery, and if he gets it enough, they're not going to trade him now. That's passed. He's out of there. He's a free agent.
He'll be a Dodger.
I think he'll be a Dodger or
he might be a Yankee. Small chance. Yankee.
Well, he likes the West.
Mariners as well. Mariners my pick.
Yeah, he likes the West. Well, I mean, not trying to be bad, but the Asian community. You want to be in San Francisco, you want to be in California, or you want to be in New York.
Yeah.
I mean,
small chance.
That's where you make the money. What I'm just saying is you make all the additional money from all the Asian support. It's like when the Mavericks, when they took, what's our guy's name from OU? What was his name? Basketball player. Begins with an M. Nahara. I mean, he was. Yeah, Nahara. When they took him, we're like, really? You're taking him? And then what? All of a sudden, the Mexican sales for jerseys and stuff went through the roof. Ticket sales went through the roof. And I was like, Mark Cuban's a freaking genius. So, I mean, and I'm not saying, if you're marketing, you got to market where your players are. Because remember, that's when Reunion Arena was downtown before they built the AAC. So, you got to market to your people. But I agree with you, Drew. I think he's going to be in LA. I think he's going to be in LA. That's what I think. I think he's going to be a Dodger. And that's why they should have traded for him in the first place. But the Dodgers knew why we're going to trade for him when we know we're going to get him for free. So why would I?
Yep.
I can't do it. But
yeah, keep your assets. I get that.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you. That's my guy, Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks, Nathan Taylor of YNB, Ben Dillman, High Stick.
36 days till NBA opening night. 36 till NBA is opening night. 36 days.
Okay.
That's goodyourpicks.com. Go Big Red.
Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that really means, but okay. I'm like, okay, Thank you, Nathan. So statistical on the deal right there, man. The analytics, you gotta love it.
Oregon minus 28, lock of the week.
Bo Nix.
You two, just go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Go ahead. Have fun.
Yeah. over 70% completion percentage. What is it? One interception, over 1,500 yards or something. I don't know, something crazy.
Y'all done?
Anyway,
Y'all done?
1,200 yards.
You done, Nathan?
Yeah, we're good.
Drew, you done? You got yours in? He's done. Ben, you got something you want to say too? Okay, they're gone. Anything else you want to tell us? Anything else you want to tell us about, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm ready for the NBA.
Yeah, it's October the 8th, I believe, is when the first game is.
No, October 24th.
I'm talking about first Thunder game.
Oh, you're talking about the preseason?
Yeah.
Preseason.
Yeah, it's coming. So.
Sure. Hey, you need to show me how to do these things just in case you're out of town, by the way.
Yeah, I will. I'll get you that squared away. Well, yeah, all I got to do is, I'll call you and tell you about it.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
My guy, Nathan Taylor, YNB. I want to thank everybody for watching this edition of The Unpopular Hour with me, your host, Matt Clark. Everybody have a fantastic Monday.